Jesus spoke. I can read right here that Jesus spoke. Lifting his eyes to heaven. Have you ever thought or wondered why Jesus lifted his eyes to heaven? But he lifted his eyes to heaven, and this is what he said. Father, the hour has come. Glorify thy Son, that the Son may glorify thee. Are you going to be glorified by God so that you can glorify him? That's what Jesus was asking. Glorify thy Son, that thy Son can glorify thee. Yeah. And Jesus goes on and he says some more things to these people. He said, I do not ask on behalf of the world, but of those whom thou hast given me, or who you have given me out of the world. Jesus says, I will no longer be in the world. He said, all things that are mine are thine. Thou hast given me. And God gave Jesus some disciples years ago. Yes, he did. I remember reading, I'm reading, Jesus and his disciples. And Jesus says, I am not going to be in the world. They themselves are in the world. I come to you, Holy Father. Oh, I don't want to get started on that. No, not now. I come to you, Holy Father. Keep them in thy name, which thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are one. Jesus says, while I was in the world, while I was with them, I was keeping them in thy name. I'm wondering whose name some of these people that I'm seeing, I don't know whose name they're under. I don't know whose name they're in. I know whose name I'm in. Jesus said, I am no more in the world. They themselves are in the world. I come to you, Holy Father. Keep them in thy name, which thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are one. While I was with them, I was keeping them in thy name, which thou hast given me, and I guarded them. And only one perished, that the scripture might be fulfilled. One perished. It was Judas. He hung himself. And he hadn't even hung himself at the time that Jesus is speaking these words, when he's with these disciples. And he tells the disciples, now I come to you. These things I speak in the world, that my joy made full in themselves. I speak in the world, that they may have my joy. There's joy in overcoming the world, friends. There really is. Jesus said, "Now I come to you, and these things I speak in the world, that they may have my joy made full in themselves. I have given them thy word." In other words, Jesus said, I have told them what you wanted me to tell them. Those were his Father's words to them. I do not ask thee to take them out of the world, but to keep them from evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them in truth. Thy word is truth. Jesus had been given them his Father's word. I do not ask in behalf of these alone, but for those who believe in me through their word, that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they may also be in us, that the world may believe that I was sent by you. And I say again, not sent as an angel. Jesus was born, he grew up, and he was anointed by God. And then he was sent. And you can see where he was sent for about 3 years, and then he was crucified. He is telling this shortly before being crucified. And the glory which thou hast given me, I have given to them, that they may be one, just as we are one. I in them, thou in me, that they may be perfected in unity, and that the world may know that you sent me and didst love them as thou hast loved me. And then Jesus says some more things to his Father. How do I know? Because I can read. When Jesus says Father, he's talking to Father. He said, Father, I desire that also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, in order that they may behold my glory which thou hast given me. For thou didst love me before the foundation of the world. O righteous Father, although the world has not known you, yet I have known you. For thou didst love me. And these have known that you sent me. I have made thy name known to them, and will make it known, that the love wherewith thou didst love me may be in them, and I in them. Folks, do not harden your heart. Do not refuse God's instructions. The righteous will inherit. The wicked will lose everything they have. Yep, it would be better for a man to lose an eye or a hand than to be cast into hell. Yep, sure would. Hope you all are having a wonderful day.